1, 2, buckle my shoe. How's everybody doing? Right on, thank you so much. I am in recovery. Most people call me Danny. My name's Daniel, and I'm really grateful to be here. I feel like we've had a lot of energy and things go on throughout the day, and there's been a few little synchronistic moments that have happened for me. And I just want to have, I was gonna use a little trick kind of to tell a story about this person and then reveal that the story was me, because I thought that might be like a way to kind of bring everybody in. I'm not gonna do that, because I'm just gonna talk from the heart. This is my story. I'm gonna talk about me. But before I do that, I wanna connect with all of you. So I'm curious if there's anybody in the room here who'd be willing to put your hand up if you identify as being in recovery. Put your hand up if you have someone that you love or someone that you know that's in recovery. Put your hand up if someone that you know or love has been taken by this thing called addiction. Yeah. Anybody in this room never heard of someone who struggled with addiction? Put your hand up if you've never heard of it. Not one hand goes up. That means that this thing called addiction has touched every single person in this room. And I'm not saying that because I think it might be the truth. You guys just showed me that it's the truth. So there's evidence to support that belief. And that's how I discovered my higher power. Evidence that supported my belief. And once I had that evidence and I fostered that belief, I was able to move forward in recovery. And do you want to know what that evidence was that showed me there was a higher power? It was you. That's how I found it, right? I was in a room full of people just like me. We were all basically dying, right? Struggling. And these people came in and they sat on a panel and they told us their stories. And there was one man in particular, and the way he told his story touched my heart. It cracked me open just enough to let the hope seep in. And all of a sudden I thought, what's making me believe that I can't do this, or that this won't work for me, or that I'm not good enough? What's creating all these beliefs that don't support my potential? And I decided that I would allow a different belief to come to the surface, and that belief was that it would be possible if I allowed myself to connect to a power greater than me. And that's been my story. That's been my truth. So I feel really blessed to have had that experience. And in my recovery, I went to a treatment center that was Indigenous based. And they taught me a lot of things there. But before I got there, I was kind of on the road to recovery for a little while prior to that. I had visited the Yucatan Peninsula, where I spent some time with a healer. And I found my way there just because a person who had just kind of been just starting to dip my foot into the earth-based spirituality kind of vibe. I'd been a daily cannabis user for almost 20 years. I drank alcohol every day. I used other drugs for other reasons, usually to facilitate more alcoholic consumption. And I knew that there was something that was a little bit awry, but I didn't really know what it was. Sounds crazy, right? So anyway, I ended up going to the Yucatan to see this man, and he took me to all these sacred Mayan sites. And in the process of getting there, I was using every night, staying up really late, hanging out with strangers. And I'd wake up really early in the morning, and he'd take me to these sites, and we'd pray, and we'd make offerings, and sing songs. And when I got back home, I was pretty sick. I'd opened up my heart to this concept of love, but my feet weren't grounded anymore. I wasn't rooted, and I was really losing myself. And so the road to recovery, I was on it, but I was still in active addiction, and it was pretty scary times. Two really important things that I learned from this man. One was the idea of inlakech and alakin, which means I am you and you are me, or I am another you. And the way that he described that concept to me was that we are all, like this whole planet Earth is a house of mirrors. And the gift that we're given as humans is we get to choose how we respond to the reflections that we experience in life. And he also told me I was whack. He smacked his hands. I said, whack, that doesn't sound good. Like if you grew up in the 80s, you know what I mean. And I said, can you spell that for me, man? He said, U-A-K. It's a Mayan word. It means, it's the sound the fruit makes when it falls from the tree. Whack. I said, oh, that sounds cool. Like, does that mean like I'm ripe? I'm ready? Because I bet you when the fruit falls from the tree, it's probably ripe, right? He's like, yeah, that's not really what this is about. He said, it's actually, it's more about the seeds within the fruit. So when the fruit falls from the tree, it opens up and allows the seeds to be exposed. And if everything just happens perfectly, those seeds find their way to a new place. And if they find the right soil and the right conditions and they get the right amount of sun and the right amount of water and somebody nurtures them, then one day they might turn into a tree of their own. And if everything continues in a perfect way, as we progress, that tree might bear fruit of its own, and that fruit will feed the ones to come next. This one's called In Laketch. I got a feeling in my pocket, a ringing in my chest. I guess I could have slipped on my bulletproof vest. Who am I to tell you? I'm the one that knows what's best. I slipped it in my pocket for when I need to see. I guess I could have told you what I'm supposed to be. Locked inside the shadow, wishing you could set me free. 'Cause I am you when you are me. In the smoke and mirrors, there's magic for you to see. 'Cause when it's ready to be eaten, the fruit falls from the tree. I emptied out my pocket. I washed away my pain. I asked for your direction, and then I listened to the rain. If I don't know where I'm going, I'm still going there, just the same. 'Cause I am you when you are me. In the smoke and mirrors, there's magic for you to see. 'Cause when it's ready to be eaten, the fruit falls from the tree. I'm sitting in my pocket. I'm outside of my head. I washed away my war paint, but I'm covered in red. If I'm too afraid to fight, well, maybe I could love instead. 'Cause I am you when you are me. In the smoke and mirrors, there's magic for you to see. 'Cause when it's ready to be eaten, the fruit falls from the tree. All right, thank you so much. Super grateful to be on this stage right now and just be here in this moment. Can I get everybody to take a deep breath in? We're gonna make the sound ah. Ready? Ah. 2 more times, as long as you can. Ah. Last time, ready? Ah. Beautiful, right? You are. I love recovery so much. It's changed my life in ways I never would have imagined. What brought me into an Indigenous-based healing lodge wasn't just the fact that I was kind of like exploring, earth-based spirituality. I'd been introduced to Temescal when I was in Mexico that year. So my first sweat lodge was in Mexico. I participated in some fire ceremony. I was learning about sacred medicines and making tobacco offerings, things that the North American Indigenous community, eventually, once I found my way there, included me in. And it was really powerful. One morning, I woke up. It was probably actually mid-afternoon when I woke up. My brother and I had been drinking hard for about 3 weeks, and several years before that as well. And we woke up, and he said, "Bro, I had a dream." And I said, "No way. What was your dream about?" He's like, "You went to treatment." I was like, "What? For what?" And he's like, "It was this treatment center. They do all these cool things, man, like all the stuff you're into. They have sweat lodge, they play the drum, and they sing, and they smudge. You should go." And I was like, that sounds like a good idea. And so in less than 24 hours, I went to my doctor. I got a medical. I went to my bank. I got a bank draft. I went on the internet and downloaded the application form and filled it out. And I took all those things to the treatment center and dropped them off in 24 hours. I was in active addiction. Do you think I really did any of that? Because I'm pretty sure, my life was pretty messed up at that time. And the idea that I wanted to change it, it doesn't even feel like it was the truth that I wanted to change it. But I know that if I hadn't changed it, if I hadn't gotten on that train of change, I would be not here anymore. And I don't have any doubts about that. Because the next 6 months, I put myself over and over and over again in situations that were incredibly dangerous. After I got that application put in, I ended up, my brother and I made a journey from Edmonton to the Ottawa area where the mother of my children had moved with my kids. And during that journey, we stopped in Winnipeg. It took us 14 days to make that drive, by the way. It's a little long. I had a blow box in my car, and so being that we were both active alcoholics, we could only drive for a few hours each day until we really needed to drink more. And so that's how long it took. But the interesting part about that was one of the times if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see it. I was in Winnipeg, and downtown Winnipeg, middle of the night, I went to a bus shelter because I saw that there was 2 guys in there, and I was looking for an audience. So I set up a couple of cameras, and I had my guitar, and I sang a song, and I asked permission. So that was good. And I was like, "Hey guys, do you mind if I sing a song for you?" They're like, "Yeah, cool, bro." I'm like, "Is it okay if I film it too?" They're like, "Yeah, okay." So I sang to these 2 guys, and I filmed it, and it's still on my YouTube channel today. A lot of people would say that was dangerous, and maybe it was, but I didn't feel like I was in any danger at that time. I felt like I was being carried, like someone was holding me up. And when I finally walked through the doors of this treatment center several months later, maybe it wasn't several months, my memory is a little blurry. It might have been a couple of weeks, it might have been a couple of months, but my clean date is September 23rd, 2015. That was the first day that I walked into that treatment center. Thanks. And my brother had given me a book called The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, and it's about a journey from head to heart, like Carl was talking about. And that book was so significant for me that I stole a little bit of it, right? It was like the idea that if I lose my mind, I can regain my senses. And in my mind, there's a little boy named Danny, and he's always telling me lies. That was an edit there. I edited out the expletive. So Danny's telling me lies in my head, but in my heart, there's a grown man named Daniel. And this song was an invitation for Daniel to participate in this thing called life. I wrote it the day that I got my first and only marble that was gifted to me when I completed 42 days of treatment. I was walking around with my head in my hand with a big bag of marbles, but I didn't understand. I was lost in a fog like a drowning man. I was singing a song, I was making a plan. I was playing for keeps taking all that I can. I was giving away in a way that I ran. I wanna lose my mind. I need to find my man. If I could regain my senses, I might be able to stand. I might be able to stand. I awoke from a dream. I was wrinkled and old. I had lost all my pieces, gave away all my gold. Found my heart, it was hard. My wings, they turned to stone. Got down on my knees, praying at the King's throne. Come on, I wanna lose my mind. I need to find my man. If I could regain my senses, I might be able to stand. I might be able to stand. When I rose to my feet, I heard a thunderous roar. Was alone, not just me, but a lion laid on my floor. Found a place in my heart, so I filled it with light. Took a breath from the heavens, then I started the fight. But I had no arrows, and I had no sword. I had love, I had peace. The onlookers were floored. When I walked out of the den, harmony in my voice. The lion was with me, 'cause I was given a choice. I wanna lose my mind. I need to find my man. If I could regain my senses, I might be able to stand. I might be able to stand. Okay, I think I'm gonna I know that if I don't sing this song, I'll get in big trouble from Jay. So thank you so much, and I just really want to say thank you to all the speakers, everybody who's invested energy to make this Empower to Recover Foundation event come together. I know it's been a lot of effort and energy put into it. We've heard some really great messages today. That song has been something that I've carried through my life the last 8.5 years, and it's really supported me in my journey in such a good way. I worked for 3 years as a PA at that treatment center after I was a couple years clean. And eventually I was the person that would orient new clients. And at the end of a really long day of paperwork, I'd tell them a little of my story and then sing them that song. And, today, my life is nothing like it used to be. I'm a full-time musician. Thanks. That's a lifelong dream I've had since I was, a little kid. Like 13 years old, I started writing songs. 16, I started playing the bars in Edmonton. I've been working at recording studios and making music my entire life, but never did I think that I would actually be able to support my kids and myself doing music for a living. And the reason why that's changed is because of recovery. It's because of changing my belief pattern. How do I change my thoughts? What does it start with? I learned it in treatment. It starts with my beliefs. And they told me, if you really, really evaluate what you believe and why you believe it, then you can choose what you want to believe and figure out why the old belief patterns don't serve you. And so I decided to believe in myself in a different way. And today I do music therapy for adults with special needs. I visit long-term care facilities for seniors. When I go on tour in Western Canada, I visit addiction recovery centers and do recovery concerts. I've recently become a certified recovery coach. So there's all kinds of work that I'm doing, and music is really not the undercurrent, it's the overcurrent. It's the thing, Carl was saying, that movement's medicine, and so is music. Music is medicine. And how do I use music in my day-to-day life? What do I do to support myself in my recovery? So it's my beliefs. It's my beliefs that become my thoughts. It's my thoughts that become my words. My words become actions. Actions become habits, and habits become values. And my values are what create my destiny. So if I break that down, it's just that my beliefs is what creates my future. That's been my experience. The title track of my record is Dream Your Destiny. It goes like this. There's a light inside my eyes. When I slip out this disguise, it comes as no surprise. Not like I realize. Not like I realize. Dream your destiny. Solution come to me. Solution come to me. Like a message in a bottle, floating out to sea. Some kind of mystery. Oh, please come back to me. Dream your destiny. Solution come to me. Solution come to me. Cause we're walking around in circles, children of the light. That's us, hiding in my shadow. Oh, it will be alright. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry, baby. Worry about a thing. Oh. Dream your destiny. Dream. Solution come to me. Dream your destiny. Solution come to me. Solution come to me. Where's the solution live? Right in our heart, right? I heard somebody else today say that, so many great speakers, I heard somebody say that we look at the problem in our heart. That's where the solution lives too, right inside our heart. I heard somebody say today that recovery is work. It's true. Recovery is work. It's also the best thing that you can get in your life. It leads to all of the beautiful things. Like so is chewing, right? Chewing is work. Nobody says, I'm gonna stop chewing, I wish I could just get the food. Right? We do the work, we get the results, we get the rewards, the benefits. Recovery is worth living for. Let's do it together. Try it lower. Dream your destiny. Dream. Solution come to me. Dream. Solution come to me. Thank you so much, everybody. My name's Floyd Cole. We'll see you again. God bless.